Hey now! What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I'm going to be completely honest. It's been a while since I've seen a good Eddie Murphy movie, even though when I think of Eddie Murphy, first thought is the good Eddie Murphy. My first thought is the good movies that he has made. And then I stop and think, I think when I total it all out, I've seen more bad Eddie Murphy movies than good. In fact, he may very well have made more bad movies than good. But finally, we got a good one, folks. Oh, there it is. There it is. I just had to wait. I just had to wait just a little bit. Beverly Hills Cop 4, aka Beverly Hills Cop Axel F, is a 2024 film that is a Netflix movie. Very interesting that this is on Netflix and not in theaters, because especially given the quality and given the name value, this probably could have done decent at the theater. You have Eddie Murphy back as Axel Foley, and if you were to think back over all the years of Eddie Murphy playing certain characters, iconic characters, funny characters, Axel Foley might very well be his best character. Just, there's a certain level of energy that he has when he plays this character, when he is this character. Obviously, the first film is his first, solo starring movie that put him on the map and showed the world that, holy shit, Eddie Murphy can be a leading man and be as entertaining as he has to be. And even though people shit on the third film, even Eddie Murphy shits on the third film, I kind of have some nostalgicness of that third film. I watched it when I was a kid. It was the first Beverly Hills Cop movie I saw as a kid. I know, don't blame me. This time around, though, the fact that Eddie Murphy is an older guy, so that means Axel Foley is an older guy. It's nice to see that he is older, he is wiser. He's not as goofy and silly as maybe he used to be, but he still has those qualities. He still has those characteristics to him. And even though there are several moments where it's like, oh, he's kind of doing the bits that you know and love and you want to see this character do. There was one moment in particular where he went to a hotel and he was about to bullshit and pretend to be somebody to maybe get the room for free, but then he stopped and said, you know what? I'm too old for this shit. I'm too tired for this shit. I'm just going to be straight up. The other cast, of course, you have Judge Reinhold and John Astin, who is from the original films, and so it's nice to see those characters and actors back, even though Judge Reinhold barely in this movie. It's like he's here and then he's not here, but it was still cool to see him when we got him. Paul Reiser, I liked his dynamic with Eddie Murphy. In fact, I wouldn't have minded if we got more of that. A lot of the story and plot we follow Eddie Murphy's daughter, Axel Foley's daughter, Jane, who is played by Taylor Page. And I don't know how experienced or how long this actress has been around. I'm going to say she was the weakest actress in the film and maybe even the weakest part of the story. I'm not going to say I hated it. I didn't mind the idea that they were estranged and there was some weird aspects of why he wasn't in her life, and maybe she misunderstands it, but also she has a point of view to be upset about. It wasn't so much of that over me not fully knowing if this actress was able to pull this off. It's okay. But compared to everything else, I think it was just sort of dragging things down. Some of the newer actors, though, you have Kevin Bacon, who's the captain of the police going on in Beverly Hills. And you have Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Bobby, that I kind of really enjoyed Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I'm not saying he's acting completely different from what you've seen from him before, but his few scenes with Eddie Murphy, I liked their dynamic. I liked what was going on here. The action scenes, it was very nice that they kept the rated R-ness, and I'm not going to say it was overly bloody or violent, but it kept that tone that you want from a Beverly Hills Cop movie. I think the soundtrack is great. Obviously, they have some older songs, like the 80s flair. But they had some new stuff in there too. So of course I heard like the remix version of his theme, or I heard some like newer songs that I was like, okay, I guess I just don't like current music. I guess I'm that guy now. But overall, pleasantly surprised. So surprised over how much I enjoyed this. I fully expected this to be bad. I fully expected this to just be a poor use of the name and the character. And I thought I was going to rant and have a bad time on this. In fact, that's probably why I waited so long to watch this. This came out like a week ago, and I was sort of just like, I don't know, I'll get to it when I get to it. And then I started to see decent reviews. I mean, I didn't get fully involved with their reviews, but I saw enough headlines that said the movie was decent. And I said, holy shit, okay, I guess I'll watch. And I'm glad I did watch. And I'm glad this movie was made, because I was kind of sick and tired of how many people shit on the third film. And maybe Eddie Murphy wanted to prove that he could come back to this role, come back to this franchise, and make such a fun film. And I truly do think it was a fun film. So guys, let me know in the comments below what you think of Beverly Hills Cop Axel F. Did you like it as well? The rumor is that they're already working on the fifth one. Now I'm a little nervous. I mean, I shouldn't be. They proved that they could pull this off, but it's like, maybe quit while you're ahead, right? Don't run this into the ground to the point where it's like, oh no, we're back to the odd numbers and it's bad again. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.